Now from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather today. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go. Right out of the gate on this Wednesday. Of course, it is a Hump Day Wednesday. That means we now got the weekend in view, and we are going to be talking about that all-important weekend forecast coming up. A lot of North Texas heat does continue into the weekend. A little bit of preview there, but I can tell you there is a cold front on the way by early next week. I think we've got some temporary heat relief. We're going to talk about that as well coming up. But this is where we started the morning, right? These were your actual morning lows, mid-upper 70s to right around 80, fairly typical. This is kind of what we've seen. It's a steady as she goes kind of end of August forecast. But want to draw your attention, though, to Dallas Love Field, also the Addison Airport. The morning low was only down to 86. DFW only down to 83. So again, not a lot of heat relief, obviously, as we went through the overnight. Now, I do think our record for today is safe. As you know, over the last couple of weeks, we have set several daily records. Now, my high forecast for today is 103, and again, the record is 107. So I think today we're good, but again, regardless, it's still going to be brutally hot out there. Anytime you're talking about high temperatures, again, up and above, again, that 100-degree mark, right? Temperatures will go up fairly quickly. In fact, by noon today, we will be closing in on 100. Again, plentiful sunshine as we go through the day, potentially a few fair weather clouds even as we go through the afternoon. So heat advisory in effect. The Weather Service, they've now continued to kind of back off that excessive heat warning as temperatures kind of averaging everything out at or just below that very crucial 105-degree mark. Now, the excessive heat warnings, they could begin to come back as we get a little bit closer to the weekend. But just as we've been saying all summer, right? By now, whether you're under an advisory or warning, we kind of get it by now, right? Heat safety, that's going to be the main theme as we go through the afternoon and into the weekend as well. Now, the other thing I do want to highlight is the ozone levels. And again, we've got an air quality alert in effect. More than likely, this will be extended all the way through the weekend. We've got the big area of high pressure, the summer heat dome, currently in control of our weather. That is sinking air. That means even at the surface, the air is not really able to mix very much. And because of that, a lot of times you do get a buildup of particulates, pollution, and ozone. And simply put, that is the case. But the air quality really appears to be deteriorating now across parts of the Metroplex. So please do keep that in mind. The radar review here locally quiet. This is what's left of our tropical system, of course, making landfall yesterday down in the Corpus area. Overnight, moved through parts of the Big Bend, now here in the Trans-Pecos, again out around the El Paso area. That's going to continue lifting off to the northwest through parts of the desert southwest, giving those folks meaningful rainfall. Even the deep south of Texas got meaningful rainfall. Of course, as you know, locally here in North Texas, we essentially missed out on all of that completely. But even looking around the nation, the radar relatively quiet. I mean, especially, you know, for the end of August. I mean, even up in the northern plains of the Midwest, nothing really going on. And this is the reason why. Look how expansive that area of high pressure is. That is our summer heat dome. It is in full control of most of the nation's weather with temperatures soaring. However, things are becoming a little more unsettled up in the Pacific Northwest. And as it turns out, as we get into early next week, we are going to have a storm system moving through parts of the Midwest. And that storm system is going to bring a cold front into our area. Not a real strong cold front, but I do think it's going to knock our temperatures below the triple-digit mark and give us a couple days of some heat relief, maybe even some rain chances coming up as well. Again, we'll talk more about that coming up. Otherwise, between now and then, again, you can see everything basically spinning here in a clockwise flow. That's the area of high pressure, again, in firm control of our weather. And again, simply put, into the weekend, nothing really going on precipitation-wise. Now, the one thing I'm also tracking continues to be the fire danger, and again, especially in our western counties, fire danger does appear to be quite elevated as we go through the afternoon. So again, widespread triple digits today for most folks. This would be a look at your Wednesday evening. Temperatures easing through the 90s, of course, completely dry through the evening, completely dry overnight. These are your morning lows out the door tomorrow morning, mid-upper 70s to right around 80. And again, even as we get into tomorrow, more triple-digit heat on the way. In fact, tomorrow looking just a touch hotter. And here we go. As we begin to close out the work week, you can see triple-digit heat all the way, even into the weekend as well. Here comes that cold front, though. Again, possible rain chances Monday into Tuesday. And look at that. We're going to dip those temperatures down possibly into the mid-90s.